I'm here to talk about doing calculations in a query. We're going to do two of them in here. This is Access 2010. It works a little bit differently than 2007. A couple of them are slightly annoying, but I'm going to go over that. What I'm trying to do is determine unpaid invoices. So I'm going to create a query. Query design. I'm going to open up the customer and the invoice. Close this out. Expand this. I want to put in the company, their phone number, and I want to know all the unpaid bills. So I'm going to add these three things here: the date, amount, invoice paid. This is a yes/no field, the invoice paid. If I run this, it's going to show all of them. I'm going to type in no. However, I just can't type in the word no. To do this, I type in the letter N. I get a drop-down menu. I press the escape key. I hit the letter O. I hit the escape key again. Now I hit the tab key. It establishes it as a no field. I run this query. It shows all the unpaid. On here it says query 1. I'm going to save this first. I recommend that. Unpaid invoice with penalty. The text does not like you to put in names. You can get away with it. Following the guidelines of the book, I say okay. On here, go back into here. So I don't want to see if they're paid or unpaid. I check this off. I don't need that field because I know they haven't paid it. I click in the box to the right here. Empty box to the right of the last field. We're going to do our first calculation. I'm going to use the builder. I click on the builder. And what it is, I want to charge 3% on the invoice amount. I add this field here. And then I multiply. I type it in. I say OK. Don't press the enter key. It will bring you to the next line. I hit the enter key. It brings me to the field to the right. It says EXPR1. We want to name this field. I double click on it. Call it penalty. Hit the enter key. Run it. Shows the 300. I want to make it look like money with dollar signs. Back to this view. I want to determine now what they I want to format as currency, so I right click in here. I left click on properties, format, currency. Close this out. Go to the right. I want to know what is owed, okay? And I'm going to call this penalty amount. You can use the builder again. You can also type it in. So I'm going to call this penalty invoice. You can put spaces in here if you want. I'm typing in the field. It has to have a colon after it. And I'm going to multiply, or add I should say, invoice amount plus penalty. Spell correctly. Otherwise you're going to get errors. I hit the enter key. Expand this. It shows brackets. You don't have to type them in. I run it. So I've got that there. If I want everything to be resized, I click in this box here. I double click in between any of them. It expands everything. I want to know this in the highest amount. I can click up here. Click on descending order here. So it's going to show all the unpaid invoices.